the health and fitness industry on reshaping the future. In this video, I'm going to be discussing the potential impact of COVID on the health and fitness industry. Welcome back to Health Shadow. In this video, we are going to be discussing the potential impact of COVID on the health and fitness industry. There's a lot of speculation out there, but here at Health Shadow, we want to give you our take on what could happen. So, if you're interested in staying fit or starting a business in this industry, make sure to stick around until the end. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the tiny bell for updates every day. Now, you might want to be on full alert on what we have for you today. When was the last time you enjoyed a party without face masks and social distancing, or even just worrying about catching COVID? Well, let's take a road down to our memories. Almost 2 years after the COVID-19 outbreak began, an end may be in sight. We've seen potential vaccinations become available, and countries are beginning to relax limitations. There appears to be optimism on the horizon. Experts predict that COVID will lose its pandemic classification by 2022, owing partly to increased worldwide vaccination rates and the discovery of antiviral COVID tablets, which might become more widely available next year. Instead, the virus will most certainly become endemic, decreasing in intensity and blending into the background of normal, everyday life. Various influenza viruses have followed a similar trend over the last century or so, from the 1918 Spanish flu pandemic through the 2009 swine flu pandemic. COVID can be a dangerous disease once the pandemic ends. Just like flu, which has killed as many people in America between October 2019 and April 2020, according to the Centers for Disease Control. Endemic infections are constantly present in different regions of the world, although they tend to be milder since more individuals have protection from previous infection or immunization. You may develop a cough and sniffles, but if you're up to date on your immunizations, you'll be immune enough to avoid serious sickness or hospitalization. If the virus becomes more seasonal, wearing a mask on public transportation and indoors during COVID season could become the norm, possibly even in offices. According to Sean Truelove, an infectious disease epidemiologist at Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health and a member of the COVID Scenario Modeling Hub, a team of researchers who make COVID projections. But what happens to the health and fitness industry and everything from there? I know you're just as clueless as many people, so don't forget to share our video to your friends and loved ones. Of course, one thing that should come first is being tested and staying safe. If you've ever waited in a lengthy line for a COVID test or worried about getting your results back in time for an event, you know personally how the country has been hamstrung by the delays and difficulty in getting PCR tests, according to Truelove. If you have children under the age of 5, you may be wondering when vaccination eligibility will be extended to them. Scientists are now trying to provide you with an answer by identifying an optimal dose for your age group. It's a significant decision. A dose that is too high may cause undesired side effects, while a dosage that is too low will not adequately protect your kid. Well, that's just one thing. COVID-fatigued customers who have missed social connection and incentive from in-person sessions have caused a mini boom in the fitness sector, with 80% of consumers saying that they are receptive to returning to the gym. An increase in home-based exercises was unsurprising during a period of widespread stay-at-home orders and enforced gym closures in 48 of the 50 states at the start of April. Fitness clubs, on the other hand, have reopened now that vaccines and other safety precautions have been implemented in numerous places. Although new habits were formed, and the majority of those polled in a Future of Fitness survey said that they plan to continue exercising at home even after they feel comfortable returning to a gym. Some see the tide turning just as COVID influenced extensions of the fitness industry from mental wellness apps to athleisure wear are growing, according to sources. The boom in the industry is much focused on online apps. While online yoga provides both fitness and stress relief, the usage of mindfulness meditation applications has increased in the last year, indicating that individuals desire more than just to be physically healthy. Sensor Tower data from the early days of quarantine in April 2020 indicated that the top 10 English language mental wellness applications had almost 10 million downloads globally, a 24.2% increase from January 2020. In addition to this, according to a new poll from Beachbody, a Santa Monica-based health and fitness firm, 9 out of 10 Americans who exercise regularly say that they would continue with at-home exercises even when they feel comfortable going to a gym in the future. Wakefield Research polled 1,000 US adults who indicated they exercised regularly for the Future of Fitness study, which ran from July 24 to July 29. With that, what happens to the trainers and gym people out there? Here's what we got for you. The findings are the result of a poll conducted by the Fitness Group, one of the UK's largest providers of personal training courses. The study found numerous shocks, not the least of which was that just under half, or 42.3%, of the students' long-term objective was to be a personal trainer and be my own employer. Only 10.6% of current students studying to be personal trainers want to work for someone else. One of the fitness group's directors, Steve Dick, feels the move is due to COVID's far-reaching impacts. While self-employment has always been a popular option for our graduates, this is the first time we've seen so many students with that as their primary goal, he says. He adds that when COVID closed down gyms and fitness centers in the UK, many personal trainers were forced to move their classes online. Even now, with gyms reopening, customers searching for personal trainers want a more mixed approach to their sessions. I think our grads saw that self-employment is a lot more accessible these days and that there's a lot of need for personal trainers, Steve said. The health and fitness business is once again prospering. The billion-pound sector is drawing more individuals than ever before, and becoming a personal trainer is one of the most popular job options for those who want to live a healthy lifestyle while also assisting others. As one of the fitness group students stated in the poll, if you have a love for utilizing athletics to assist people and are prepared to put in the hard effort, then go for it and never stop learning. You're not going to look back. It's apparent that the worldwide epidemic impacted the self-employed especially hard at first. During the previous couple of years of hardship, many self-employed people took the tough decision to find work as employees. The need for financial security was undoubtedly a driving force behind this tendency. While the number of self-employed persons in the UK has yet to return to pre-COVID levels, these poll findings from the fitness group students show that self-employment is still an appealing career option. Economists were taken aback by the increase in the number of persons transitioning to self-employment in 2020. Will self-employment return to pre-pandemic levels of growth as the UK economy gradually recovers from the effects of the pandemic? The response appears to be a resounding yes for personal trainers. Going back to the base of physical education amid the pandemic, physical education lessons are important for many pupils in terms of being active and creating healthy routines. However, when schools closed last spring, these subjects were among the most challenging to adapt to an online environment. Space, weather, social distance, and other factors continue to limit what physical education teachers can do in person and with children who learn at home. Physical education teachers appreciate the necessity of designing activities that are both relevant and entertaining in order to encourage pupils to embrace an active lifestyle. Teachers have encouraged children to go on bike rides, hikes, jogs, walks, or engage in any other physical exercise that may be done safely outside. Instructors, on the other hand, had to adapt and develop unique chances for students during online learning. Some instructors have created workouts that may be performed safely indoors utilizing common home items. But let's admit, in something this basic, it's not as fun as it used to be during pre-pandemic. What more is there for those who are now majoring in physical education and fitness programs? With technology making amends to what the pandemic has brought, many are still struggling to find their places today in the industry. Fitness and physical education encourage healthy living and provide students with opportunities to engage with their classmates. Despite the fact that in-person and team connections have been limited, the epidemic has compelled educators to adopt virtual learning. Summing up, that's why Health Shadow is here too, to keep you guided and inspired to stay healthy and keep pursuing what you do best in the industry. Little by little, the world shall recover, and may we all find great places to leave our marks on. One way is to subscribe, hit the tiny bell, and give us a thumbs up. Give us your thoughts for today's video. Leave a comment in the comment section below because we love to keep in touch with you. That closes our video for today. We'll catch you next time. Stay healthy.